So hello guys, so today we will focus on installing MySQL on Windows. So how to do that? First go to your browser and just type in MySQL download. So you will get to a page which will show you something like this. Just click on it. Here you are into downloads and just move down. Here you will be seeing a MySQL community GPL download. So this is what which is free and like you can use it even commercially. But if you see over here that we have a paid version of MySQL which is Enterprise Edition. So anyhow, I do not see a need of this if you are like starting up a business or it is just for your learning purpose. So any business which is being started, MySQL serves like the initial few years very well. So you will require the enterprise version only when like you have a huge amount of data or like you want some distributed set, you want a clusters. So that is where you will majorly require the enterprise version. But if you are not looking out for clusters, go for MySQL community GPL downloads. Just click on that and then click on MySQL installer for Windows. So as you will click over here, you will see the latest MySQL installer which is 8.0.20. I want you to like notice one of the thing over here that both of the installers are 32 bits. So this is of less size and this is for more size because this is just the installer, and like when we install it fetches more information from the internet at that time, and this is the complete installer like in one go. One thing like which I've already said that both of them are 32 bits. If I just go ahead and click on the information part, the MySQL community says that the installer are 32 bit but will install both on 32 and 64 bits binary. So anyhow, you do not need to worry about at what bit system operating system you are using. So go ahead and just click on download. I have like downloaded this 421 already. We'll just go ahead and open it up. So if you see over here that I already have downloaded it. So next part is just double click it. As you double click it, it will go through it process and it will like ask you for the confirmation for the installation. Click on yes. It will take you to a window which will be looking something like this. So I always prefer developer default, but you can pick only server only. Then you can pick client only, which will be the workbench, router, shell and video plugin connectors examples. So and this will install the full, and then you can also install the custom. So in custom you will have to select what all things you need, and you need to like take it to the next part saying like this that you want a connector, ODBC connector, which connector you want. So you can move this connector version over here. So in a similar fashion, but like I will not be doing the custom, I will be doing the developer default. But like before just going to it, let us discuss like what are the various things in it. So this is the server. So developer defaults. So imagine a system in which you are like actually installing it on a production environment. Then you will have to install this server only part on your server, client only part on your client. So again, MySQL is a client server architecture, and if you are installing it on Windows, install client only on client and server only on server. But as we are developing it, so we are installing developer default. It has the MySQL server and all the softwares required for client such as MySQL shell. So we will talk about it later. Let us first go ahead and install it. Then we have MySQL Workbench. This is where we will be working upon entirely during this series, and we will work upon Windows. Obviously, like I will be showing you how to install it on Linux in the next chapter, but yes, for this chapter we are just installing it on Windows. So next is again click on next. It will ask you the working directory where you will like want to install it. So this says the selected part already exists, so that is okay. No problem with that. Yes. Then it shows what all things it will install and what all requirements it have. So MySQL server has a prerequisite. It wants Microsoft Visual C++ 2019 redistribution package. So this is nothing but a library for C++. So you can see over here that MySQL server says that Microsoft Visual C++ 2019 redistribution package is not installed. So similarly, this same thing is required for Workbench, for SQL Server, for Shell, for Router. then we do not have Visual Studio 2010, so we do not need to download for Excel. We will not be working on it as of now. Then again, we do not need this again for Excel, so we do not need for Python. So we will just go ahead and install Visual C++ 2019. So as per your requirements, you can check what all softwares as a prerequisite you want. And how can you check that? You just go to the search button over here and type in appwiz.cpl. So remember this command. You can like even open this directly from control panel, but it is again the same program features which you can open directly. So you can see over here that I have the redistributable package till 2017, and this is for into 86, that is for 32-bit version. So but I require this for 2019. So what I will do is I will for now go ahead and cancel this installation, and on my system I have just typed in Microsoft Visual 2019. So this is the first website which came up. I just click over here and you can just download the Windows 64-bit from 15 2019. So all of them will be downloaded, or else like you can go on to some other website. Like I went up to this website and I individually downloaded the 2019 version. You can see over here that we have 2019 version. Just click it, it will take you and you can download the 64-bit version. So I've already downloaded it. Go ahead and install it. So one thing you need to remember is I have cancelled the MySQL installer and I am installing this particular redistribution package, and I click on next. Say yes. And yes, MySQL like this particular installer does not like install Microsoft Visual C++, like all the prerequisite software by itself. You need to install it. Now I will have to restart my system, so we will be connected just after I restart my system. Thank you guys. So guys, we have already like installed the distributed package for C++. Now what we can do is like you can either go to your menu over here and like say MySQL. So you will already find a MySQL installer community version over here. Just click on it and it will open a window something like this. So it will like open a window something like this, where like you can start installing, or else like you can again go ahead to your download folder or like wherever your installer is and double click it. Double click this folder, this file, sorry, .msi file. So again like this will again open up this particular window. So now I will just go ahead and like say that we want to install developer default. Again, like we've already discussed, if you are installing a server only, you can like install a server only, and then you can install a client on a separate machine. And if you're looking out for a study on client server architecture, you can go up to my previous videos on computer architecture. For now, we are installing developer default. Click on next. Okay, does this install this in C drive, program files, MySQL, Workbench? That is okay. I'll say yes, no problem. If the path conflicts, I want to replace them. Requirements, again, we do not want Excel, Studio and Python for now. All other are being installed. So it says one or more product requirements have not been satisfied, no problem, say yes. So these all things will be installed. Server and Workbench is what we need for now in this tutorial. So these are the connectors. If you see that these are the connectors which you require if you are connecting with MySQL using some language. If you're connecting with Java, you need this connector. If you're connecting with C++, you need this connector. Connecting with .NET, you need this connector. So again, these are just the client, and your client needs these connectors. So go ahead and say execute and let them install. So the major time in installation will be taken up by shell. Okay, so we see that all of these things have been installed and completed. So just go ahead and click on install. Next, sorry. Again, click on next, and then we will be configuring up all these things. Click on next. Now we are configuring the server, which says that we can select either InnoDB cluster or standalone server. So we are not making up a cluster right now. Cluster means a combination of few machines. Like it is required where like we are having a distributed systems, we have like
database server installed on more than one machines. So this particular part is nothing but a machine. This like cylindrical shape is nothing but a machine which says that the server has been installed on three machines and they are communicating with each other. When we have a scenario of something like this, we call it as a cluster. Like we are not like installing a cluster, and this is not a class on big data or something like that. So again, this is not exactly big data and not Hadoop. This is like this is a cluster, and like cluster is used to manage a high amount of data. So now for now, just go ahead and click on standalone and click on next. So we will be working on port number 3306, which is the default port for MySQL. Let us keep it the same, and configuration will be for a development computer. You can have it for a server computer and a dedicated computer. We will choose development computer for now because this is what this computer is. If you are installing it as a server, please keep it as server computer, because marking it as a server computer, MySQL makes sure that it optimizes your things as like for the server. So it is a better approach for a server computer. Click on next. Strong password. Okay, next. I am typing up my root password. Give me a second, please. As root, and I am repeating my password as root to keep it simple. So this is weak. That is not a problem. Now the service on which this particular MySQL will be running will be MySQL 80. You can change the name. Like from where we will be seeing up this service, we will talk about it. Click on next and then execute. So you see over here that it gives a message saying the server list changed. New service added to the monitor list MySQL 80. So I will just show you what exactly this means. So this has been added now. Like in a while, you will see that it will be like changing from running to from like being in progress to running. It will like change its status from to running when like we will have this particular starting the server thing being run. Okay, so this has now gone to starting the server, and you see over here that it has changed from stop to start pending. And now from start pending to running. So our SQL server is now running, and just click on finish. Then next. So we do not like have to configure the router. We are not using a cluster. So we are not configuring. That way it says configuration is not needed. You can see over here it says configuration not needed. Click on next and just check your connection by putting up your password, which is root. Next, and again just say execute. These will be the sample databases which will be like added up. So meanwhile, just go to the search option and like type in services over here and open up this app, services app in Microsoft Windows. And here just look for MySQL 80. So you see over here, it is here, MySQL 80. So this is what like we gave the name while like installing of MySQL. So this is the service which runs on, keeps on running, and this is the server. This is the server which will connect to Workbench. So you see over here that you can stop, pause, and restart the server whenever like if you face any issues with the server, you can go to the services and restart it from here or either from the Workbench. But this is always a better place, right? So I'm just closing this up. So running script will take a few moments more, and then we will like close up this chapter, and in the next chapter we will be like installing the VirtualBox and Ubuntu. Like that chapter will be like basically I've made make to make sure that even if you are working on Windows, then also like you can work on Ubuntu. So VirtualBox is a place where you can like run Ubuntu within Windows, and then like you can install MySQL server on Ubuntu and like work on Ubuntu itself. So this is finished. Click on finish. Next. So just do not start them. I do not want to start them, and click on finish and close this. Now to open SQL, just type workbench and hit an enter. So you can see over here that we already have some connections, but in your case, you will not have any connections out here. So you will have to go and click on this plus button to connect. Go on this plus button and you will get a window something like this. Here the connection name should be the root connection. Then the host name will be again the same, which is 127.0.1, which is for local host. It is the loopback address. And the port number on which we install is 3306. Username is root, and we just click on OK. It will ask for the password. No, it does not ask for the password. So just click over here, and now it asks for the password. So now enter root and OK. So as you do this, you will be inside your workbench, and then you are good to use it. So just to make sure that everything is running, go to the server status over this side, management server status. And now look for the server. It is running. You can see over here, it is running. Server status is running. And then you can see that it is installed. Its configuration file is there in C drive, program data, MySQL, microserver. So similarly, like there are a lot of options which you can look into over here. So this brings this lesson to the close, and we have already discussed what we will be doing in the next lesson. Please do like and subscribe my videos. Thank you guys. Have a great day.